your mind.
Alright, now for our soil, we're going to start by slip knotting the yarn onto the hook once again. So you cross the short end over the long end, yarn over, and pull through the loop that you made on the hook. Pull tight, and there's your slip knot. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is chain, we're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to slip stitch these two ends together to form a loop. So we're going to insert the hook into the first stitch that you made here, the first chain, and then yarn over, pull through the loop, and pull through the loop on the hook, and you've made a slip stitch. So now you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do 7 single crochet into this hole that you formed with this ring. So to do a single crochet, you're going to insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through both loops on the hook, and that's a single crochet. So insert your hook into the hole, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and pull through both loops on the hook. So that was 2 single crochet. We're going to have to do 5 more. So once you have single crochet, 7 single crochet, once you have 7 single crochet on the hook, you're going to slip stitch this together. So you're going to insert your hook into the first stitch that you made, and you're going to do it under both loops here as normal. Yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over. Actually, it's slip stitch, so sorry. Let me repeat that. You're going to insert your hook into the stitch as normal, yarn over, pull through, and then just pull through the loop on your hook. And now you have the beginnings of your ring. So for the second row, we're going to start to increase. So single crochet 1, insert your hook into the first stitch in the row, and you're going to do 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So we've got 1, insert it into the same stitch, and 2. And you're going to repeat that all the way around for 14 stitches. Once you've completed your second row and you have 14 stitches, slip stitch that together into the first stitch of the row, like, oh, where'd it go? Under both loops, like so. And then you've completed that second row. Now for the third row, we're going to increase again. So single crochet, or chain 1 to start, and then you're going to single crochet into this first stitch here, and then in the second stitch we're going to do 2 single crochet. And then we're just going to repeat that 6 more times for a total of 21 stitches. And again, once you've reached the end, you're going to slip stitch in the first stitch of that row to complete it. And now we can move on to the fourth row. Now for this one, we're going to increase again for a total of 28 stitches. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 2 single crochet in this first stitch here, and then in the next 2 stitches we're only going to do 1 each. So that's 4. So you're going to do 7 clusters of 4 all the way around for a total of 28. We're going to slip stitch as usual into the first stitch of the row to pull it all together. And then we're going to start on the 5th row. And for this one we're going to increase to 35. So you single crochet once, or I'm sorry, so chain 1, and then single crochet in the first stitch, the next stitch, single crochet in the 3rd stitch, and then in the 4th stitch we're going to do 2 single crochet into the same stitch for a group of 5. And then, so 7 times will be 35. Okay, so once you finish that, you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch of the row as usual. And now we're going to start on our 6th row. So chain 1, and now we're going to increase this to 42 stitches. So chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch, single crochet into that same stitch again, and then for the next 4 stitches you're going to do 1 single crochet in each. For a total of, well, for 6 stitches. So it's a group of 6 stitches times 7 is 42. Then as always, you're going to want to slip stitch into the first stitch of the row. Before we increase any more, we're going to want to, before we increase any more, we're going to want to check how this looks in our pot. So I think we can increase one more. So I'm going to do one more row of increasing. You may have to adjust depending on your pot. So for my next row of increase, I'm going to chain 1 as per usual, and then I'm going to single crochet in the first stitch. Actually I'm going to do 1 single crochet each in the next 5 stitches. And then in the 6th stitch I'm going to do 2 single crochet for a total group of 7. And then of course 7 times 7 groups, we're going to have a total of 49 stitches. Okay, so at the end of the row, slip stitch into the first stitch. Yeah, so for the next row I'm going to do 49 all the way around. And what I'm actually going to do for this first row is I'm going to single crochet in the back loop only so that it goes straight down. It'll cut down on some of the outward, You'll see what I mean, I guess. It causes the yarn to go straight down instead of going outward before it curves. So I guess it'll just hopefully make it fit into the pot that much easier. So I'm going to single crochet, or I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to single crochet in this first stitch here in the back loop only, and I'm going to do that by inserting it in the middle of this little V here. And then yarn over and continue the single crochet as usual. So insert into the back loop only again. And I'm going to do this for the 49 stitches all the way around. Okay, so then I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch in the row as usual to finish off this 8th row. And then for rows 9 through 15, just going to chain one and then single crochet in all 49 stitches all the way around as normal. And instead, I'm not going to do the back loop thing for this either. You're just going to single crochet under both these loops as normal. And you're just going to do that for 49 stitches around rows 9 through 15. And you can see how this is going straight down. Not straight down, but it's curving a little easier here because we crocheted in the back loop of the row above it. Anyway, see you at the end of row 15.